In the last 15 years, I helped 1,200 clients lose weight and completely get transformed. These are the top 5 lessons I've learned from that, and they're gonna help you lose more weight faster. But before we go there, click the subscribe button, because on this channel you're gonna learn how to lose all the weight you want and get in the best shape ever without starvation, cardio, or giving up carbs. So smash that subscribe button and let's go. What's up everyone, this is Coach Amir, and in today's video I'm going to share with you the 5 lessons that I got from the last 15 years and over 1,200 clients completely transformed. They on average lost anywhere between 20 and 35 pounds of actual body fat and put usually at least 10 pounds of muscle. So without further ado, let's go. Step 1, or rather lesson 1, is that weight loss is not linear. So please don't expect that it's like you started here and you want to end here with your weight and it goes like straight down. It never works that way. Some weeks you will seem like you haven't actually lost any. Some weeks it's going to seem like, oh, I dropped 3 pounds of body fat. And that's not the case, because normally 1 to 2 pounds of body fat is what you can expect per week. So please make sure that you're not using the scale, because your scale weight can go up and down several pounds every day just because of water retention. Please make sure to use the body fat caliper in order to measure actual progress in losing body fat, not weight, because the weight doesn't really matter. You can just eat a bigger, carb filled or fiber high or fiber rich meal and you're going to have 3 to 4 pounds more on the scale tomorrow. That does not mean you lost actual body fat or gained body fat. It just means that this is just going to go away because you're retaining water. So please make sure you're measuring body fat. And remember, it is never linear. It's not like week to week to week, it's always the same. And don't be discouraged or crazy happy about, I dropped 3 pounds this week, or you probably hear this a lot from the keto zealots and all the carnivore zealots. I lost 12 pounds a week. Yeah, sure you did. 11 and a half of those were water. Probably half a pound or 1 pound was fat. The rest is just water. So it's going to come back when you rehydrate again. So please remember, weight loss is never, ever, ever linear. Lesson 2 is we are all fatter than we think. We have higher fat percentage than we think, and therefore the diet is going to take longer than we think. Most people think, oh, if I just focus for a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, I'll be in great shape, and it's never, ever, ever the case. I've said this many times before, 3 to 6 months of proper dieting is what most people need in order to get to the body that they really, really want. 3 to 6 months. If that sounds like a lot, then you need to change your mindset, because you probably have decades and decades, hopefully, to live. And 3 to 6 months is nothing when you do it right and never regain it again. So in that regard, it really doesn't matter if your diet is going to be 4 months or 3.5 months or 5 months. What does it matter if you're going to benefit from that for the next 60 years? So please remember, it's going to take longer than you think, because we all really have higher fat percentage than we think we do. We have more body fat in our body than we think we do, and we usually need to lose more actual pounds of body fat than we think we do in order to get to the body and health that we want. So keep that in mind. Lesson 3 is nobody eats enough protein. Guys, I can't overemphasize this. And even if I said this 1,000 times before, I have never yet, I'm yet after 15 years and over 1,200 clients, yet to find one person who eats nearly close to enough protein. They never do. Nobody ever does. And it's very simple how much you should eat. 0.7 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, go 0.7, which is 140 grams, right? Or 0.8 times that is 160 grams. Stay between these two and you will be golden. Nobody eats enough protein, absolutely nobody, okay? And protein is absolutely king. It's gonna keep your blood sugar level controlled, keep you satiated, you won't be hungry, it builds muscle, it does all of these amazing things. Yes, nobody eats enough. So please track it and eat enough. It's gonna change your life, guaranteed. Lesson 4, and this is absolutely every single client will experience or was experiencing this, and you will experience it as well on your weight loss journey. Somewhere between 3 and 5 months into it, you are going to see a motivation dip. So you will not want to track food, you will not want to do workouts, you will not want to do steps, you will see a motivation dip. Many reasons for this, but essentially in the first 3 months, most of my clients drop anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds of actual body fat. This completely changes the game. They now need all new clothes, they look much better, nobody can recognize them, they're feeling amazing, looking amazing, but usually at that point they're like, hey, I was just a very overweight person and now I look pretty damn good, but could I actually get abs? And the answer is yes, of course you can. Let's do another 2 months of dieting or something and you're gonna get there. So they want the next thing, which is awesome. It's always something that makes me happy. So please remember, you will have that motivation dip because it kind of kicks in. Your brain is like, maybe I should eat all the food and eat 10,000 calories and just regain it all back. It's not consciously that you have this conversation, it's subconsciously. Your subconscious is saying, hey, but it's kind of very comfortable being overweight because everybody around you is, because I've said this many times, as you lose weight and get in great shape, you will lose friends. They will not want to hang out with you anymore because the old ways that they used to manipulate you don't work anymore. You're now a different person. You now want to do your workouts. You now are totally fine by doing 10,000 steps a day, which before was like, what? I don't want to do that. You are now fine saying no to burgers and fries all the time, and no to, hey, let's have pizza every night and let's get wasted every Friday and then eat 10,000 calories after. You don't do that anymore. They don't like it. There's friction. This can also be your family, friends as well. So please keep that in mind. You will have the motivation dip, and it is extremely important to have support, whether it be from coaching, a community, a friend, some kind of accountability as well that keeps you there and keeping your eye on the prize. What is the motivation? What is the goal, next goal that you're trying to achieve? That keeps you motivated. Please keep your eyes on that. It's going to help you go through the motivation dip and keep going. This leads us to the fifth and final lesson that I've learned after all of these years and after all of these clients, which is actually a perfect continuum from the step 4 of what is the solution to the dip in motivation. It is tracking is king. Please start tracking your food by using MyFitnessPal or any other app. It doesn't matter. They all do the same thing. The act of you tracking and awareness of what you eat is the point, not what app you use to do that. It's just like in the gym. The point is putting tension on your muscle. It doesn't matter if you're doing with a barbell, body weight, machines, cables, dumbbells. It doesn't matter. The point is tension on the muscle. That's what grows the muscle. Same thing in weight loss and fat loss. When you are tracking food, you know exactly what's going on and what you can expect. So there's no surprises. There's no like, oh, why I didn't lose it, or this much weight, or what's going on, or my progress is slow. When you're tracking, you know exactly what is going on. When you don't track, it's all a guess. And remember, when you are in that dip on motivation from lesson 4, you tend to not track. So a lot of times I talk to the client and they're like, yeah, it's going well. I'm like, okay, so because we mostly every day communicate and I want them to send me their screenshot of what they ate, their macros for every day, I see for 2 to 3 days they haven't tracked. And I'm like, okay, so that means when you're not tracking, by default, we all eat more than we think we do. And that is the solution. So please make sure to track the food. It's going to change your life. So guys, these are the 5 lessons that I've got from 15 years as a coach and over 1,200 clients transformed. Please put these into action. It's going to change your life forever by allowing you to lose a lot of body fat and get into the best shape ever. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time.